Good morning, gentlemen. I'm going to today talk to you about an incident in India which has happened and shaken the whole entire country. And this is concerning two young army officers who were out on a dating expedition with two of their girlfriends in the military headquarters of war, that is at Mhow in Madhya Pradesh. And in the middle of the night, they were accosted by a gang of hoodlums, dacoits. The officers were badly beaten up, and one of the girls was raped repeatedly. And the net result of all was that that girl is in hospital, and the story is of course well known to everybody. I won't repeat it here, but just about show the law and order situation in India leaves a lot to be desired. It's a very sad occurrence. बहुत अफसोस की वाली बात है कि ये चीज़ हुई है, and more so कि ये हुई है with army officers who are supposed to be dependents of the country. पर ये एक इंसिडेंट नहीं है. दूसरा इंसिडेंट तो आप जानते हैं कलकत्ता में हुआ, बहुत बड़ा इंसिडेंट हुआ है, where a trainee doctor was raped by about 7 persons, and 3 of them I believe were doctors, after she had finished her shift duty and was resting in the room, and then her bones were broken and she was killed. That was very disastrous. I mean very very dastardly crime. पर ये चीज़ें इंडिया में हो रही हैं आजकल. दैट इज द पॉइंट. एंड क्वेश्चन ये हुआ कि ये क्यों हो रही हैं एंड व्हाई दे आर हैपनिंग. ये इस कारण हो रही हैं बिकॉज हमारी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, पहले वेदर बीजेपी की थी या कांग्रेस की, दैट इज बेसिकली वेरी वीक. और ये गवर्नमेंट जो है ये बिलीव करती है हिंदू इथॉस. हिंदू इथॉस में ये है कि आप अपने दुश्मन को छोड़ दो और उससे दोस्ती कर लो, उससे हाथ मिला लो, एंड जो कुछ भी होता है दैट इज क्रिएशन ऑफ ऑलमाइटी, सो एक्सेप्ट इट. सो इसी के कारण हिंदू हर बार लड़ाई भी हारते रहे और दे नेवर टुक एनी रेमेडियल स्टेप. और अब ये मर्डर और रेप हो रहे हैं, देयर इज नो स्टॉपिंग देम एट ऑल. आपको याद होगा कि सरदार मनमोहन सिंह when he was the prime minister, there was a dastardly rape which is known as the Nirbhaya rape, where the girl was raped by 4 people in a moving bus and she ultimately died. And the law at that time was amended, and death sentencing was made mandatory for cases of rape which result in death or something like that. And 4 of the culprits were hanged to death. One, of course, committed suicide, and one who was a juvenile was let off. He was almost 17 years old, but he should have also been tried as an adult, like they do in America. But India में as usual, वो soft pedal कर दिया, and that is the end of it. So इन्होंने सोचा, the Indian government ने, कि ये 4 आदमी को फांसी दे दी है, that's more than enough and things will stop. But it has not stopped. And now the same thing has happened again in Calcutta, और अभी मध्य प्रदेश में हुआ है. Now in Calcutta, it is the Trinamool Congress which is in power, which is a Gunda party, and their leader is Mamata Banerjee. And in Madhya Pradesh, at Mhow, which is an important cantonment in this region, it's a BJP government in power. And the appointee is a man by Narendra Modi, and he is a total failure in any case. The question arises, gentlemen, ये तो crime हुआ है, but how are you going to stop such crime? ये crime तो होते ही रहेंगे, it will continue. And I can tell you that hundreds of rapes have taken place, and ever since the law has been passed that death sentence is mandatory in heinous crimes for rape, only 4 people till date for the last 10 years I think have been hanged to death. And nobody is really taking this law at face value. कोई डरता नहीं इस law से. They say, well, this is the total law, कुछ नहीं होगा, I can enjoy myself still and get over it. And MLAs are enjoying themselves, raping their own. That MLA Sanger, who was also of the BJP, he was raping a girl, and ultimately he was so brazen, he was moving around Lucknow with his gang of 20 or 30 gunmen and nobody dare arrest him. Ultimately, the central issues have to come in, and then the personal was that a man called the ex-chief minister of UP, that is Yogi Adityanath, took a strong stand, and this man, Mr. Sanger, was now serving a life sentence in jail. Now, but that doesn't stop. A life sentence in jail doesn't stop such crimes against women. And why they take place here only in India and these countries, democracies, and more so in India where judgments take so long. In America, the judgments are very fast, and the Americans execute about 30 odd people every year. While in India, in 10 or 13 years, I think only 4 people have been executed. China executes about 3 to 4,000 people every year for crimes, corruption, rape, and so many things. And Saudi Arabia also does about hundreds of people are beheaded, and the crime rate there is zero. Now that is the reason. See, to say that death sentence has no effect on crime is a policy which is spread by certain vested interests. Look at Saudi Arabia. What has happened there? There's hardly a crime of rape there, hardly a crime of murder or robbery. Because the moment you do it and you are convicted, you are going to be beheaded, and that will be a public beheading. And even in Jeddah, they have a special square where your head is laid on you is cut. While in India, it doesn't continue like that, and we pass the death sentence and we don't want to execute it. I mean, what is the use? You might as well say we'll give you mandatory life and give you food and shelter till the day you die. Wonderful. The man will have a wall and he continues life. In any case, if he had come out, he'd have to struggle for his living. And now, once he's in jail, he doesn't have to struggle for his living. He just lives and goes away. So, gentlemen, the Indian government has to think about it, and the Indian people have to think about it, because a lot of negative people, the so-called, um, civil litigants who are sitting there and making a lot of hue and cry. There are the NGOs who keep on saying they don't have the death sentence and all that because it doesn't have any effect on crime. I think these people should be taught a lesson and sent across to Saudi Arabia to examine how death sentence doesn't have a deterrent effect. So, gentlemen, the thing is that the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh is on the dock, and I don't know whether these men will be caught, because 6 men who had raped this girl and hammered these army officers, 3 have been apprehended at the moment, and 3 more are on the run. Probably they will be caught sometime sooner than later. And the Calcutta case also, I think 7 people have been arrested, and more people may be in custody also. But then what is the use? I mean, the use is unless you execute the law. And you don't want to execute the law and you're going to sit on it on your haunches and say, well, we have done it. And that's going to happen. And now India is becoming an unsafe place. In fact, I used to travel around the country even at night. I'm a little scared now. I got to be very watchful because you never know what's going to happen. And our police basically is not so efficient. That's the least I'd say about them. They do not take any modern investigation methods. They do nothing. I had done some courses with the CBI, and I saw the crowd who was coming and attending at the Institute of Criminology in Jandinwala at Karol Bagh. I found they were a pretty motley crowd, and I was supposed to be CBI and police officers coming and attending that. I wasn't impressed with the lot at all. And I was wondering how we going to solve any crime. That's why the conviction rate of the CBI is, I think, 3 or 4%. They can't convict a single person. How many have they really convicted? And everybody they try to convict and he gets away, and this trial drags on for years, and ultimately, nothing comes out of it. Other than reading that the rape trial carried on for 32 years. What the hell is going on in India? 32 years rape trial. And then 1 or 2 of the accused already died. So what do you have? Justice delayed is justice denied. That's a simple adage in the English language. But unfortunately, this is precisely what's happening. And the BJP in particular has to take responsibility. It's the governing force in a number of states. It's the governing force in the center. But Modi has still not dynamic man. He's certainly not dynamic. I don't think in any field he has shown dynamism. Look at the way he's just sitting on his haunches as far as the violence, killings, and rape is concerned, as far as Manipur is concerned. What's he doing about it? He's thinking, I'll go to Ukraine, I'm looking for a peace prize. Who's going to give him a peace prize? He won't get anything. Americans are not a fool, they'll give anything to Mr. Modi. So he should be more concerned about the law and order situation in the country. And there has to be some execution, and the Chief Justice of India must give an answer here to everybody. How come that rape trial took 32 years? And what the hell is the Chief Justice doing? He goes and hears cases of Kejriwal within minutes. But these trials and cases which prolong for years together, what's he done about them? That means there's something wrong with the judicial system in India, and that got to be rectified. I won't say more on this topic. There's sad incidents going around, and anything can happen these days in India. I think I'll close now and say goodbye. If you like my channel, please share it with your friends. Come back for more. In the meanwhile, I'll say goodbye.